Hello, welcome back to my channel, Self-Publishing Help, where I walk you through some of the basics of formatting your own book for self-publishing. So last video, I took one of my paperback books and I removed all the formatting so that I could turn it into an ebook. So today I want to show you how I would give that ebook an interactive table of contents. So, scrolling down, you'll see that I have a table of contents that I would have had for my paperback. And it's quite simple to turn the table of contents that you have in your paperback into an interactive table of contents for your ebook, but it just takes a little bit of know-how. So I'm going to right-click on my table of contents, which will bring up this menu, and then I would choose Edit Index Table. Or there's another way that you can get to the same screen. And I'm up at Insert on the menu. Click on Insert. Go down to Indexes and Tables. Indexes and Tables. Left click on it. And it brings up my dialog box for the index tables, which is my table of contents. So you see here I've given it a title, I called it chapters, and I unclicked protected against manual changes because I want to be able to go in and make the changes I want. So I'll leave that unchecked. But today we want entries. So you'll see that it's set to record my level 1, my heading 1s. And just hang on to that fact because that will come up again in a second. And we've got a few different choices here. So up on the little boxes here, if you run your mouse over them, they'll tell you what they mean. So this one here is the chapter number. This one here is the entry, which refers to the level 1 headings. That's what shows up under entry, which for me is my chapter names. Tab stop, I'm not quite sure what that is, and the page number. For an ebook, the only thing I'm going to want is either a number, or what I will want for sure is my chapter title, or if I've just chosen to give my chapters a number. But whatever it is, I will want the entry, this box right here. So I'm going to get rid of all the rest of these because I don't want my table of contents to look like a paperback table of contents for an ebook. So how I'll do this is I'll click on the item that I want to get rid of, and then I have to hit the delete key, and that's up at the top of my keyboard, on my keyboard. Backspace doesn't work, it has to be the delete key. So I've just deleted the chapter number. Now remember, I want to leave entry. That's the main thing that I want. Tab stop, click, and delete. Page numbers, I don't want those for an ebook. Click, left-hand click, and delete. So all I'm left with here is entry, and that's referring to my level 1 headings. Now I want to turn those interactive. I want to give those a hyperlink so that the reader in their ebooks, in their e-readers, their Kindles or their Nooks or their phones, whatever they're reading on, can go to the table of contents and just simply click on the chapter name or number and be taken right to the chapter. It's just for ease of navigation for the reader. It's a really good idea. And here's how you can give your chapter names or numbers that interactive feature. So you'll see these two little blank boxes, this one where my cursor is right now. So I want to left click in this little blank box, and then I want to click on hyperlink. So what I'm doing is just telling the program that I want the hyperlink to start right in front of the chapter name, which is called the entry. So there we go. My cursor is in the box on the left, hyperlink. And you'll see that brings up another little box now, hyperlink start character style, internet link. It says LS, which I believe means link start. Now in order to complete the link, I want to go to the little blank box right after the entry, left click on it. I've brought my cursor there, and then again go down to hyperlink, click on hyperlink. LE link end. So that's just setting the boundaries for my hyperlink. Now if I did want other features on my table of contents that I wanted to be hyperlinked, I could do the same with the ones that I deleted. If I'd chosen to do any of those, that would be how I would create the hyperlink, just clicking on hyperlink in the box before and after whatever it is that you want to highlight for your link, for your interactive menu. So if I hit OK, let's see what the table of contents looks like. There we go. So it's turned my table of contents into an interactive table of contents. Now you'll see that my chapters are starting at number 3. And that's because last video, when I was showing you how to take a paperback and format it for the ebook, I went through and I changed some of my fonts. So here is actually my first chapter. Now I'm on the chapter title. And before, when it was a paperback and I had a table of contents for it, if you'll notice up here on the left, this box says default. Well, earlier it would have said heading 1. I would have chosen heading 1 for it. But when I changed it for the ebook, it also deleted the formatting that I had set up for the chapter heading. So let's go ahead and highlight this. And then back to the style here. And default just means that it's like the rest of the body of the text, but I want a heading 1 because now that I've got this set to heading 1, see there it's changed, now it will show up in my table of contents. So let's just redo the font that I originally had it in. It will often just change the font to a default font, and I think I had it set for Georgia. And I don't think I had it bolded. I think I had it set for 20. And chapter 2 is the same thing, so I'm just going to scroll down to chapter 2. So Georgia and 20, that's what I decided on for my chapter titles. So again, highlight, go up to the apply style, heading 1. Now let's scroll right back up to the table of contents. Now I'm going to right click, single right click, and again it brings up the menu, and I want, this time I'm going to choose update index table. This is the box here, edit index table, that would take you to the dialog box that we looked at earlier. But for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to update the index table, left click on that, and you can see the headings that I just inserted are now on my table of contents. Now on an e-reader, all the reader will have to do is just click on any of these links and they'll be taken right to the chapter. But just to make sure they're working, you see when I put my mouse over any of these links, it brings up control click to open hyperlink. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go on the first chapter here and I'm going to hit control and I'm going to left click at the same time. So control and left click on the mouse. And you can see it works. Took me right to the first chapter. And that's what you would want for your ebook so that the reader can just navigate very easily around, because of course an ebook is not like a paperback, and it's just hard to remember your spot if you happen to close the book. And so it's very handy for the reader to have that interactive table of contents. So thanks for watching. I will leave the link for the video I did on a paperback table of contents, because some of the information in that video would cross over to this video. So I'll leave that in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again. Bye now.